is like portable mouthwash, which I thought was really cool. It's nice to have like on the go. I'm gonna put these at the bottom because visually it's just easier on the eye. We're doing everything with the least amount of clutter that we can, which gives me the option to hang maybe like towels or something from here. We are gonna use this as art, and we're gonna install it in this frame. Hey, it's Nyla. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I am a full-time working mom with a toddler, and on this channel I like to talk about all things design, specifically focusing on the home, how it impacts our well-being, and just different things we can do daily to improve that. If that all sounds good to you, please make sure to like and subscribe. I release videos every Sunday. Okay, so this is my powder room, half bath, guest bathroom, whatever you want to call it. It's a downstairs of our home, and it's the bathroom that our guests use the most when we have people over. So like the rest of the space for this house, everything has a smaller footprint, which is nice because it kind of helps you to hone in on essentials and not go overboard or crazy with having to over decorate. And I prefer a minimalist look anyway. So that being said, I have this powder room, and I really wanted to add a little bit of extra storage here for some guest essentials, but also guest amenities or little luxuries that would be nice to have in a bathroom, especially if you're a guest and when you're using somebody else's bathroom, you kind of want it to be as comfortable as possible. So one of the challenges I faced was not having enough storage. So I had previously added this shelving unit. However, I wasn't really utilizing it to its fullest potential. I kind of just had my tissue box sitting there. So I did want to maximize the use of the storage. With the smaller bathrooms, you typically don't really have a lot of storage, especially when you have a pedestal sink like the one that I have, as opposed to a vanity cabinet where you have storage below. You kind of have to make your own storage in this scenario. Another challenge that I feel like can happen with smaller bathrooms is with the wrong design style, it can feel cluttered, and it can also feel kind of overly designed. I don't want to fall into the pitfall of having a small bathroom with too much design, and I don't want it to feel cluttered or too busy. So I want to really be intentional about the items that I put in here. So I found this little basket at Hobby Lobby, and I was thinking I could use this for some little extra toiletries and things. This is like portable mouthwash, which I thought was really cool. It's nice to have like on the go, especially if you're like entertaining, or you know, you have a dinner party or whatever. It's nice for people who like to brush their teeth after they eat, or for somebody who just like wants to like freshen up. I like the idea of having this because I really felt like this was something that people would actually use. And I try to think of little things that if I were in somebody else's bathroom, what are some things I might potentially want or need when I'm in somebody else's space. I'm wondering about whether or not this box is going to survive the toddler. I definitely wanted a box with a lid because I wanted to potentially make it toddler proof. Usually though, like if she sees something new, she'll like try to play with it, and then if she sees that it doesn't really serve her any purpose, or she can't really do anything fun with it, then eventually she'll leave it alone. So I'm hoping that's what will happen here with this, is she'll get bored with it, leave it alone, and then we'll be all good on that front. I also grabbed pads because you never know, and tampons. So I felt like these would be really good, just like a luxury to have. Here's the lid that it came with, super cute. I also really like the look of the metal, and we try to do things as non-toxic as we can. Obviously, this top is probably not solid wood. No, it's definitely not. Some type of composite, but we do what we can when we can. So, and it definitely matches the style of the shelving unit. Next up on our list, we have trash bags. Instead of making a bunch of clutter, I'm actually going to take these trash bags and I'll probably put a few at the bottom of the trash can and then put the rest under the sink, because we're doing everything with the least amount of clutter that we can. Our other essential is toilet paper. I'm debating on whether I should leave this up here. Let's keep it here for now because I have more storage to add. I think we're gonna swap that. Maybe we'll put this box up here and put this down here, simply because of, like, when I say weight distribution, I mean the weight distribution of the eye. So you want things typically to be more bottom heavy than top heavy. So I'm gonna put these at the bottom because visually it's just easier on the eye. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to add some storage over top of the toilet. I got a 2-pack of this shelf. The other one I was using for book storage for my toddler, and I didn't ever end up using this simply because I didn't have the space for it. I didn't save the instructions, so hopefully I can put this together so I can have just a little bit more storage in there and add a couple little more accent pieces. I think we might be out of time. The toddler's awake. You go here. Oh no, you go in the middle. Sure, double whammy. You go like that. You go like that. I got you all figured out. And then you go over here. And you go on the end. And you live your best life there. I know we just need screws to keep this thing together. I got something for you. So this actually has 2 different options, which you can choose to display it this way or you can choose to display it this way. When I use it for my daughter's books, I actually had it like this. I don't like how this bar here cuts things off. It kind of makes like a little strip here. So I think that I want to install it this way. Babe. Hi, good morning. So I think I'll do it this way this time around, which gives me the option to hang maybe like towels or something from here. And then I have some artwork and then also like little decorative object to put up here too. I would have preferred for this to go from end to end because I do feel like it would help to complete the look of the space and just make it feel a little bit more elevated, so to speak, and give it the feeling of being a little bit more custom as opposed to ready-made. So but that's okay because I'm still pretty okay with the spacing of this, especially because I'm just using something extra that I have and it's helping me to save money and make this a little bit more budget friendly and also to utilize items that I already have and not waste. Okay, that was easy. Almost too easy. Let's see if the installation actually goes as I'm hoping. And this sits in here smoothly. It sits in here evenly. What? Did she do that? Her? Me? Girl. so she's up there. But right now she feels sturdy enough, so I'm not going to put anything crazy on here because I don't want it to overwhelm the space. So let's do our artwork. I originally bought this wallpaper to go in my flower cave over here, but I found this one and I ended up liking it more. So I was supposed to return this to Amazon and I never ended up returning it, and it was outside of the return period. So I decided to just keep it because I was like, well, maybe I can use it for another project. So we are gonna use this as art and we're gonna install it in this frame. Yeah, it should fit pretty well. I might have to cut it a little bit, or I'll see what I can do, but I'm basically, it's peel and stick, so I'm just gonna attempt to install it directly on the glass and see how that works. Ah, so it's glued in. What are you talking about? Oh my god, this comes up so easily. Love that. It's so easy to reposition. There she is, and it came out exactly as I had hoped. This paper was actually really easy to lift and pull off of the backing of this. I will say though, it ripped kind of easily, which I could foresee being an issue if you have to use it for like a wall or something, but for all intents and purposes, it's actually worked out really well. I'm going to attempt to let it sit on the shelf. Oh, fingers crossed. I don't know how much weight this shelf can actually hold. I think eventually though, I'll probably hang it. But for right now, I like the casual style of having it sit as opposed to hanging, but I do like the size of this frame, so I'll see what I end up doing because I do really like the idea of having it sit here, but I'm also worried that my toddler might try to pull on this, or like I don't want this to fall on anybody's head, so it might be best just to mount it on the wall. But for now, I am going to let it rock out and sit pretty, and let's add the rest of our accents. Yay! So I definitely love the idea of having the towel and also the tissue box, because some people prefer not to use the hand towel, which I completely understand, and some people prefer just to have like the clean towel every time. For everyday use, just to be a little bit more eco-friendly, I'll probably use this and try to get my toddler to use this as well. We'll see how that turns out. I do like the idea of having two options for people. I got a little diffuser to sit on the shelf. My sister got me a big diffuser a year and a half ago or so, and the toddler was still in the early stages of her toddlering and she wouldn't leave it alone. So I ended up putting it away, and eventually I stopped using it. Then she bought me a mini diffuser for my recent staycation that I took for my birthday, and it's been absolutely amazing. I keep it in, well, it's meant for the car, but it's portable, so you can really use it anywhere. But I keep it in the car, and I love getting in the car and turning it on. She got me the Ritz-Carlton scent, and it smells so good. So I'm gonna put that same scent in here. I thought that I would be able to sit this on my shelf back here, but I think I'm gonna switch out the tissue box holder because this has to be plugged in. Thank you so much for joining me today on my small bathroom journey and making the best use of my space. I really enjoyed this little mini makeover and making my bathroom just a bit more calm and a bit more organized, and I'm really happy with the finished product. I am looking forward to doing a fall reset of the space and adding some fall touches, but for now we'll stick with this look and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.